Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETH Global, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to Scaling Ethereum. You're all watching this on ethglobal.tv. This is the platform we'll be using for the next few weeks. This is where all the talks, workshops, or sessions will happen, especially all the closing and opening ceremonies where you get to see what's going on with the whole event. And this is an interactive platform, so you get to ask us questions, comment on things, and we get to see everything on our side in real time. So this hackathon is run by ETH Global. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we're an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to onboard thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this primarily by running hackathons and summits, both in person and async. And Scaling Ethereum is our async event. That's the third iteration of this massive event. So what I want to spend the next few minutes on is walking through all the things that you need to know to get ready for the next few weeks for this hackathon. We have over 700 hackers from 73 different countries, spanning 23 different time zones participating. And just to kind of see where everybody came from, it is incredible to see representation from 6 different continents and so many cities, hundreds of cities. And of course, it's always amazing to see somebody get excited about building and helping scale Ethereum from all parts of the world. Not only that, we also have 90 ecosystem mentors and partners. These are engineers, designers, developers, founders, product managers from the best protocols in the space that are actually helping with scaling Ethereum, and dedicated mentors who are going to be there to help you get unblocked on all of your projects. And we are giving over $125,000 in prizes, so you get to win some incredible prizes, and we'll share a bit more on how and what they are in just a few minutes. So I want to first thank our 12 incredible partners who are helping make this event an amazing success and help all of you build something cool using L2s. I want to thank Arbitrum, Avail, Filecoin, Gnosis Chain, ETHSign, RiskZero, Morph, Neon EVM, Nillion, CurveGrid, Powerloom, and Witness. They're all going to be here hanging out, ready to talk to you for the next few weeks and help make your lives a lot easier by having you just use a lot of these SDKs and protocols to reinvent the wheel. All right, so let's go into what this whole event is all about. This event is for us to help all of you experiment with everything that's happening in helping get on-chain become mainstream. The goal here is to help you get excited about and build a lot of cross-chain apps. We are super excited about data availability and modular blockchains and how do we leverage that in a real application. There's still so much dev tooling that you can still build, whether it's around ZK or interactivity or just helping understand what's happening on different chains. And this event is not just for helping you build new software. You can also help everybody else understand what can be done better. And that means a valid submission also counts as helping improve the documentation of any open source project or writing tutorials or making it easier for others to build using different technologies throughout this whole month. So let's talk about the next few weeks. This event is going to take place for all of April, and our goal is to help structure that so that you get to really understand what's happening in this space, use that to build and compound on that knowledge, and submit a really, really cool project in 2.5 weeks. So I want to cover team formation, how you can get help, all the prizes you can win, how all the workshops and summits are set up, and how judging and submission is going to take place. So the most important thing is communication. Everything is going to be happening on our Discord. And this means that if you are a confirmed hacker, you will automatically get access to those channels. All of that is automatically controlled by Discord permissioning. So if you are not a confirmed hacker, you will not see them. And anybody you see in those channels for scaling Ethereum means that they are participating in this event. And that's just not only for the hackers, but everybody else is also there. So all of our mentors and all of our partners also have dedicated channels. So if you're ever stuck about how do I use this protocol, you can find people on their end and message them there and chat with them in that channel. If you're stuck on, hey, this bug is really annoying me, I don't know what's going on, what does this mean, or what's the best way to do something, you can go to the mentor channels and get help with everybody and anything else you need. You have 24/7 support, which is what we're aiming for. So you get to really leverage everybody on Discord and make this as async and as helpful as possible. Plus, there's 700 other hackers who can likely help you for common scenarios that you may run into. And we really encourage you to kind of just talk to everybody, especially all of our partners, because they not only have ideas that you can build on top of, but they will help you understand what they think is exciting in the space and how you can leverage a lot of the things that are already out there, so you don't spend all this time trying to figure out how to do something from beginning, and just use what's already out there and build the actual thing that you're excited about without having to worry about infrastructure. And because this is a multi-week long event, we want to make sure this is also as smoothly run as possible from your end, which means that everything we're doing is going to be on everybody's calendar. So anytime you see something going on, you can see all those details directly on your own calendar, on your email, and everything is synced up and up to date with the website. So this applies to the calendar, it applies to any communications we make, and the website is the source of truth. Anytime something changes, we make the change on the website first, and then it gets communicated everywhere else, and the calendar invite automatically changes, so you get to see and adjust for anything based on your personal schedule. But the goal here is to make this thing as async as possible. So to kind of stay updated on what's happening in a given week, you can just head over to the website, which is ethglobal.com/scaling, and you get to see all the information there directly on your desktop or mobile. So let's go into how the hackathon is set up. Hacking officially begins now. It means you have now 2.5 weeks to build and submit your project. You can work on a project with up to 5 members. You don't have to have team members. It's totally okay for you to build something solo. It's just a lot easier if you have help over the next few weeks. But if you have team members, you can have only up to 5, and that's the max limit. Submissions for your hackathons are due on April 21st. That's a Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is exactly 2.5 weeks from now. And we'll cover on a few more things on how this works. You can build anything that leverages L2s and modularity for this event, which means if it's not specific to scalability as a submission or deployed on top of a layer 2, or leverages or makes something communicating from layer 1 to layer 2 easier, it is not in theme with this event, and those will not be considered for any prizes. And the rules are fairly straightforward. Anything that you build on that topic must be done from scratch, which means you cannot build on a pre-existing project. You cannot add features to something you've been working on or you worked on in the past. You cannot say, I have this thing, or I have this thing I've been wanting to do for a previous project I've been working on for the past few months, and it might just be a small thing, but I'll spend way more features on this one, so it may look like 10% was done before, but 90% will be done now. None of that is allowed. It has to be done from scratch, so we can make sure that everybody is treated fairly for the next few weeks. And only RSVP'd hackers are eligible to win prizes, which means that if you have a team of 5 and all 5 people do not say confirmed on your hacker dashboard on the Teams page, then if you win a prize, only people who show up on the team section as part of the submission process will be given those prizes. So please make sure that all of your team members are actually RSVP'd properly. They're on Discord. They show up on your team section on the hacker dashboard, and then move forward with the submissions. And of course, if there's any other questions that you have that are not addressed here, let us know. We'll be happy to address all of those questions for you here or right now on the Global TV live chat. A common question that we get all the time is, can I use open source projects if I can start from scratch? The answer to that question is absolutely. You are more than welcome to take any open source boilerplate or fork any public open source project and add things to it. You just cannot do something where the work you're doing is on top of a project that you are also the author of from the past. So for example, if you kind of go to a popular DeFi app page or go to any of the Scaffold ETH GitHub repos and you kind of clone that and add things to it or leverage that as your base template, that is absolutely allowed and encouraged, but do not add something to your own project from the past. Now let's talk about the important stuff, which is judging. Submissions are due on Sunday the 21st, and when you submit your projects, you'll be asked to do a couple of things. The first and the most important piece is that submissions are a video requirement. You will have to make a 4-minute video, and that is your actual submission. In addition to writing down all the things about how does your project work, what technologies it uses, how do things work under the hood, what everybody will see is going to be that 4-minute video. And it's really important that you communicate all the things that you want others to know in that 4-minute video. It may seem easy, but condensing a month's worth of work in 4 minutes is not easy. So you have to be really careful and thoughtful about what makes it in the video, what is worth talking about, and how much time and attention you should give each of those topics in your video, and effectively make the best use of that time to really get people excited about your project. We really recommend that you do not do this thing last minute. It'll take you at least 2 hours to do all of this thing. So really plan this out a few days before, instead of doing this thing 30 minutes before submission deadline, because you will not be able to make this work. And if you miss a deadline, you are not going to be able to submit your project. All this stuff will happen on your dashboard, so you don't have to worry about anything outside of the ETH Global system. And there's a lot of resources and documentations and guides for you to look up and simply copy for best practices. We have a lot of sample videos of what we think is a great submission from the past. We have a lot of guidelines on how do you make a good pitch. We have a lot of information on what happens after you submit the video and what constitutes a good submission. All that is available for you in your info center for the Hacker Dashboard. And we really encourage all of you to read up on that over the next couple of weeks and get ready for the submissions. When you do submit, you will be given a choice for how you want the project to be judged. You will have a choice of going through the main judging process or the partner prize judging. If you go to the partner prize judging, it is going to be async only. It means that once you're submitting your project, you only want our partners to consider this and decide if you're eligible to win any of the prizes that they're giving out. But if you go for the main judging track, you are also signing into or opting in to be part of the top 10 teams from this hackathon, in addition to the partner prize. So it means that if you go for the main judging, you get to definitely be considered for all the partner prizes, but you also get to be considered for top 10 for this entire hackathon. But on the partner prizes, it's just the partner prizes, and all of that is async. So I'll talk about how to think about these scenarios in a second, but keep in mind that this is a zero-sum choice, and you have to really know what you're optimizing for. And when you do the main judging track, this will be a 2-round process. There's going to be hundreds of submissions we're expecting, and we split this up in round 1 and 2. So if you say, I want to go for the main judging, which means your project wants to be eligible for top 10 teams, in round 1, which is the day after your submissions on Monday, April 22nd, some of our judges will watch all of your submissions, which means they're going to look at the videos, async, and they will look at the submissions, the how your project started, what you wanted to do, how much of it works at the time of the submissions from what the video shows, and what problem it's solving. They get to see all of that. They'll also look at how the project descriptions and the information on how it works under the hood is there from the submission page. And they will also get to look at your GitHub history, so they can understand if the rules were followed and nobody cheated and they followed proper commit best practices instead of kind of committing 3 things with 100,000 lines of changes. All that gets filtered on, and from there you are informed about making it to round 2. So within 24 hours after submission, you'll be notified of round 2. If you get to be part of the round 2. And if that happens, then this is a live call, which means that on Tuesday, April 23rd, you will be joining a Zoom call, which will be the short list of all the projects that made it to round 2. And all of our judges will be also on that Zoom call. And you'll be given 7 minutes to present what you built. Of that, 4 minutes will be a demo, which means a new set of judges will be looking at the video, and then after that video demo, they will be asking you questions about your projects, and from there we get to select the top 10 teams for this whole hackathon. So this means that if you opt in for main judging, you have to be ready to be available on Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern for a live call. But if you don't want to go through the main judging process, you can just go for the partner prizes. And that means all of our partners will get a list of all the projects that are applying for their prize, and they will review your submissions on their own. And if they have any questions, only then they'll reach out to you. Otherwise, what you submit is what they will assess and use that to decide if you are eligible to win any of their prizes. This also means that you have to be really sure and make sure you check all these things on ensuring that the partner you want to apply for is actually selected in your submission process, because if you don't tell us that you want to be eligible for this prize, there's no way for us or any partner to know that this is what you wanted. So please make sure that you actually go through and double check that you clicked every partner prize that you're going for. And without that, we cannot inform the partners and you will miss out on anything that you spent a few weeks working on. So those are the two ways to think about judging. The gist of all of this is that in either scenario, the first thing that everybody will look at, and the only thing most people will look at, is going to be just the video. So make the video good. It has to communicate what you did and why. It has to really show a working product. And that increases your chances of being understood with our partners, with our main judges, and everybody else who gets to see the submission after this event. Of course, we want to make sure that these events are beginner friendly. So it's totally okay if you are new to this or you're just getting into Web3 and you want to get started with what's happening. And because of that setup, we have so many things that we're already doing. A lot of it has already happened over the last 24 hours. So we have a lot of content for beginners, workshops, talks, just best practices, live coding sessions, mentorship sessions, feedback sessions. All these things are happening. And you get to participate in them on your own and on your own pace too. And all these things are happening directly on your calendar. You can see when something is going on, and all of it is recorded. So if you happen to be in a time zone where it's middle of the night and you want to really see something, it's okay. We don't want you to stay up. We just want you to know that this is what's happening. And 2 minutes after it finishes, it will be automatically made available on our YouTube. So you can watch this thing on demand. You can pause, zoom in, understand what's happening, really take the time to absorb on your own pace. And if you have more questions, you can find those speakers in our Discord and just ask them any follow-up questions. I want it to be really accessible and interactive next few weeks for all of you. So you get to do all of that directly on Discord and our YouTube channel. There's still a lot of you who are looking to meet other people, to join a team or have them join your team with an idea. And if you're in that position, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a couple hundred people who are likely in a place they are looking for cool ideas or want to join up and pair with somebody who has certain skills. And you can head over to find a team channel and ping anybody there that's looking to join a team or be part of a team. Everybody there can introduce themselves. They get to talk about what they can do, what they're excited about, what they would like to build, and you get to match with them. And we're also hosting a few more sessions that will help you do this thing a bit more live. And you can see all those details on the website. Also, there's 700 of you from 70 different countries, and we want to know who you are, why you're excited about this space, and what you're looking to learn and get accomplished in this space. So do say hi to us in the Scaling Ethereum 2024 channel on Discord, and we'd love to meet all of you and chat with what excites you. So all these things are happening again multiple times in the next few days, and you get to see all of that on the website and also on Discord announcements. And of course, it's not a requirement for you to work on a team. It's just a lot easier. So if you want to still choose to hack solo and challenge yourself for the next few weeks, you are more than welcome to make that work and really get something done and learn something from A to Z directly as part of this event. Now, let's quickly talk about the project check-ins. This is a multi-week event, and we're going to make sure that we can help you get unblocked on anything that's happening over the next few weeks. So every week, we're going to ask you for a simple check-in, which means you get to ask, we get to ask you a few questions on your dashboard. Just how are things going? Are you on track? Is the idea still the same? Are you stuck somewhere? Has somebody not responded to you if you were looking for help? And the simple form, which takes 5 minutes and can be filled by anybody from your team, we just need one per team to submit, just helps us understand if he can help you get unblocked and help you get to the finish line properly. And also, because this is a multi-week event, we want to make sure this is a good process that you are also following and keeping yourself accountable to build something cool. So this is tied to your stake. So make sure you fill out the check-in form every week for the next 2 check-ins, and they'll help all of us make sure that we get to make this event really useful for all of you and redirect any of our efforts to make sure that if you're stuck, we can undo that. So all this, again, also happens on your dashboard. You'll see a lot of cool reminders. You'll see a lot of messages from us, making sure that you are notified of these check-ins and the deadlines. So keep an eye out on that. And the way we kind of think about structuring this is I want to have you spend the next few days, which is early next week, brainstorming ideas, looking at what's already out there, how people can do something without kind of spending too much time getting the infrastructure right. So brainstorm that, build the MVP at the end of first week, and use the second week, and then use week 3 to finalize, because you get to get feedback, you get to try have people try it out, you get to see some bugs, you get to understand how things are going, and there's a lot of feedback loops that you can leverage. So this is how we think you should structure. Of course, you can do all the stuff in week 1 and do nothing for week 2 and 3 because you already made everything work. It's totally up to you, but a lot of you are looking to understand what could be possible, and this structure helps you get something that is super, super solid. And as part of that, we're also doing a lot of feedback sessions. So there's going to be 2 feedback sessions for 2 hours. These are live calls where you can join and you get feedback live on your projects from some of our mentors, from our judges, from our partners, and you can just show off what you've been working on and get help on how you can do something better, or how you can make this even more easier for yourself and everybody using it. So you get to join these things live, and all those the details to join will be sent to you on your calendar, and you can see that on your Hacker dashboard as well. You can just get the links directly to join and talk to real people who are happy to give you more feedback. And what I also want to talk about is our code of conduct. This is an online event, but whether it's in person or online, our rules and best practices for how to behave here remain the same. Everything is outlined on ethglobal.com/rules, but the gist of it is please be respectful to everybody in this space. Harassment of any form will not be tolerated as part of being in our community, and anything that you build as part of this hackathon is solely owned by you, which means that if you submit a project, all of your team members equally have rights to the intellectual property of that project, and neither ETH Global nor any of our partners have any claims on what you build and submit. That was a lot of things that I just threw at all of you, and we're going to make sure that we didn't miss any of the smaller stuff or any other edge cases. So those were the key things that we wanted you to remember. But if you have anything else that we missed, feel free to ask them on ethglobal.tv chat, or ask us on Discord, or send us an email, or ping anybody else on the ETH Global team, and we'll be happy to answer and clarify those things for you. So all of that is super easy for you to follow and track on what's happening for the next few weeks on our website. So you can just head over to ethglobal.com/scaling, and there you'll see everything that you need to know for how to make the best use of this event. Now, we talked about the logistics. We want to talk about some of our partners and some of the prizes that you can win for this event. So I want to kick us off by getting you to learn and get to know some of our amazing partners. I want to start off with introducing James from Filecoin, and he'll be sharing what Protocol Labs is excited to do and how you can leverage their infrastructure for this event.
Hey guys, this is James from Protocol Labs. Super excited to be here at Scaling Ethereum, and I'm going to tell you about the Filecoin and IPC prizes. So firstly, for those of you who don't know, Protocol Labs is an innovation network. We are 600 different organizations that collaborate across the network to solve common problems, to share knowledge and resources, and ultimately accelerate the R&D process at the frontiers of computing. Now, 2 of the technologies that we have built, we are offering prizes for at Scaling Ethereum. The first is for Filecoin. Now, many of you will probably be aware that Filecoin is a decentralized storage network, but with the launch of the Filecoin virtual machine last March, it is now also a de facto layer 1 blockchain. We are looking for you to decentralize your dApps With Filecoin, you can use a number of pieces of qualifying technology, from storage helpers to FVM itself, to retrieval, Filecoin nodes, data tooling, data onboarding, and more. Importantly, if you use just IPFS, so IPFS alone, you will not be eligible for a prize. You have to build on with one of the qualifying technologies on or with Filecoin. And we have $7,500 up for grabs. The second piece of technology that we built, we're offering prizes for, is IPC, interplanetary scaling. Now, IPC enables you to create flexible living networks of customizable sidechains or subnets, which can achieve massive scaling by running parallel chains that interoperate with one another. So you can really truly achieve planetary scale. IPC is currently rooted to Filecoin, but designed to be multi-chain. We are looking for the most meaningful use of the interplanetary consensus for scalability. Qualifying technology-wise, all you have to do is use IPC, so spinning up a subnet, and there's bonus points for advanced configurations of subnets for custom syscalls or built-in actors to run specialized tasks like ML. And we also have $7,500 up for grabs. So what can you build? Well, with Filecoin, think about data marketplaces, think about data onboarding solutions that support the Filecoin economy, so storage providers and storage clients, and think about the intersection of AI and Filecoin. For IPC, think about building IPC subnets for gaming, especially turn-based or board games, computation, so programming pipelines, or with interesting FVM runtime, so blockchain VMs like CairoVM or MoveVM, or broader virtualization technology like Docker. If you click this or scan this QR code, you will go straight to the Discover Our Technologies page at Protocol Labs that will tell you about how to get started with both Filecoin IPC, and all of the technologies that we have built. Happy hacking and best of luck. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. That was James telling you about how you can leverage IPC and everything that IPFS ecosystem is doing. Next up, I want to bring on Shin from EatSign.
Hey guys, this is Shin. I'm the co-founder and CEO at eSign Sign Protocol. Today, I mostly want to talk about what is Sign Protocol and how you can use it in this Scaling Ethereum hackathon. Sign Protocol is an omni-chain attestation protocol, and our vision behind it is to build a global verification system to make people verify digital information as simple as a verified transaction on blockchain. So a lot of people know us from eSign, which is a contract signing application. So basically, we allow people to use their private key to generate legal binding signature to a PDF, and then store them, encrypt them in decentralized storage network. So when people drag and drop the contract to the verifier, people see everything behind it. And right now, with Sign Protocol, we're trying to extend this level of verifiability to more scenarios. So we allow users to customize their own schemas. So not just signing contracts, but signing identities, ownership, or like social connections, credentials, achievements, certificates, all kind of things. So user can create their own like data structure and fill in the information and generate signatures and put them on a specific blockchain to trigger next step smart contract execution. And so we're really looking forward to see like you build like different use cases, and we're trying to provide all the necessary technical support. So if you encounter any bugs or you see any like feedbacks, you have new brilliant ideas, welcome to contact us during the official channels or our Discord. And we also provided a prize pool for the best UX application, best innovative application, and a lot of the others. So I hope you enjoy this hackathon and have a good day.
Awesome. That was Shin. Next up, I want to bring on Hunter to talk about Offchain Labs, to talk about how you can get leverage with the Arbitrum ecosystem.
How's it going, guys? Hunter here from Offchain Labs. here on behalf of the Arbitrum Foundation. Very excited to showcase what kind of hacks or, I guess bounties the Arbitrum Foundation has for you guys today. But jumping right into it, what is Arbitrum? Arbitrum is the leading Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution. One of them is the optimistic rollup, Arbitrum 1. The other is the Arbitrum Nova, which is based on the Arbitrum AnyTrust technology. Alt-D is a solution that is fit for scaling, social apps and even gaming apps as well. But nonetheless, Arbitrum has many different solutions for scaling. Arbitrum Orbit Chains has been actually one of the more recent ones, and of course, Stylus being probably the bigger one, I think, for this hackathon. But for those of you who don't know, Stylus is the first execution environment that allows developers to write EVM interoperable smart contracts in programming languages that compile down to WASM, such as Rust, C, C++, and many others. They can lower gas fees for computation and memory by over 10x due to the superior efficiency of these WASM programs, making it suitable for different applications like cryptographic heavy use, or even on-chain generative art, stuff like that. Anything that really uses a lot of compute is kind of what Stylus is great for. But it's actually an upgrade to existing Arbitrum chains. So it could be for One, Nova, Orbit chains, etc. And it sits kind of parallel to the EVM, as you can see right here. But jumping right into the bounties then, the first one, of course, is going to be a Stylus-based one. First place is going to get $4,000 here. Second place is going to get $2,000. You have the best infrastructure bounty, or best use of Arbitrum tech. First place here will be $4,000. Second place, $1,000. I think I went a little too quick there. Third bounty is decentralized social. First place is $4,000. Second place is going to be $1,000. And then, of course, most original. First place is $4,000. And second place is $1,000. That being said, guys, happy hacking. And yeah, looking forward to see what you guys create.
Awesome. Thanks, Etcher. Next up, I want to bring on Vanshika from Gnosis Chain to tell you about how you can leverage the Gnosis ecosystem.
Hello everyone, welcome to Scaling Ethereum 2024. I am Vanshika, Development Manager at Gnosis, and today I will be taking you over to what Gnosis Chain is and how you can build UX simplified dApps on Gnosis. So let's begin. Gnosis Chain is one of the first Ethereum side chains and has stayed true to its value. It's an L1 community-run chain secured by around 200K validators all around the world. To pay the gas fees, you have a native stable token called XDAI, so you don't have to worry about the volatility of this gas token. Gnosis offers fast transaction times up to 5 seconds and low transaction fees. For 500 transactions, you could consider $0.01 to your gas fees. All right. And Gnosis Chain began back in 2017 as a proof of authority chain with its own consensus algorithm. But then in 2022, it merged with Gnosis Beacon Chain to align with the Ethereum's architecture. So all the cool EIPs that we are seeing around in the previous days, Gnosis Chain is very much capable of working in the similar manner how Ethereum is working, and also upgrade all these EIPs within the chain architecture. Gnosis is also hiring. These are all the available positions that we have right now. I've got the link as well mentioned here. So if you're someone looking to kind of join a talented team building these amazing financial payment systems and changing the entire narrative of how the blockchain transactions happen on the coolest chain there, Gnosis Chain, then you should definitely check them out. Thank you so much and have a great time. Hi.
Awesome. And last but not, well, actually, that was the last one. So I wanted to, I was off by one, but those are all four of our amazing partners. And last but not least, what I want to do is just go over some of the prizes and just tell you about kind of what they are and the amounts. So I'm going to start off with Arbitrum. Arbitrum is giving $5,000 in prize for the Stylus category, which means first place best Stylus project integration gets $4,000 and second place gets $1,000. And the best use of Arbitrum and the best infrastructure related hack on top of the Arbitrum gets $5,000 as well, where first place gets $4,000 and second place gets $1,000. For decentralized social, they're giving away $5,000 for first, and for the most original project on Arbitrum, they're giving away $5,000 in addition as well, where first place gets $4,000 and second place gets $1,000. Then we have Avail. So the best app deployed on an Avail Power rollup will be winning $300 or $3,000 will be split up by up to 10 qualifying projects. So you can potentially win more than 300. And the best app chain project with Avail built on top of Avail D8, the two teams that win that will be receiving $1,000 each. Then we have the Filecoin and IPC prizes. So the best decentralized dApp with Filecoin leveraging that ecosystem will win $2,500 for first place, $1,500 for second place, and $1,000 for third. And 5 teams will win $500 each as runner-ups. The most meaningful use of IPC, that's a scalability related hack, will win $2,500 for first place, $1,500 for second place, and $1,000 for third place. And 5 additional teams will win $500 each for being runner-ups. Then we have Gnosis Chain, where the best consumer-focused product will win $2,000 for first place, $1,500 for second place, and $1,000 for third. And the best new consumer experience on Farcaster Lens or any dApp leveraging Fileverse will win $1,000. There's also a prize for an integration with Gnosis Pay, so 2 teams can win up to $1,000 there. And the best cross-chain app using Hashi will win $1,000 each, so the 2 teams can take home $1,000. And any developer tool integration leveraging the Gnosis ecosystem will qualify for $750 as a prize, and 2 teams are eligible to win that prize. Then we have EatSign, and the best overall project will win $2,200, where second place will get $1,800, third place will get $1,500, fourth place will get $1,200, and fifth place will get $1,000. And the best technical excellence for using the Sign protocol will win $1,400 for first place, $1,100 for second place, $900 for third place, and $700 for fourth place. We have the most creative use for Sign protocol, where you have $1,400 for first place, $1,100 for second place, $900 for third place, and $700 for fourth. And the best UX experience category winner for using the Sign protocol is first place $1,400, third place $1,100, second place $1,100, third place $900, and fourth place $700. And then Risk Zero is giving $10,000 in prizes, and Morph, Powerloom, Neon, EVM, and Million are giving $5,000 in prizes each. And CurveGrid and Witness are giving $1,000 in prizes each. And you can see all those details on the website, where you can check out what qualifies for a prize, links to their documentation, their workshops, best practices, getting started with a code repo, and how you can win that prize and what is considered a good and a valid submission. All that is on the prizes section of the event. So just head over to ethglobal.com/scaling. And last but not least, I want to make sure that you pace yourself for this event. The next few weeks are going to be crazy. So the goal here is for you to take the time to understand what's happening in this space and talk to a lot of people, and then get started on building something. We really don't want this thing to be exhausting for you. You don't have to sacrifice sleep or your personal health. The goal here is to make this super fun and use that for the next few weeks to help you build and ship something that you're proud of. So we want you to have fun at the end of the day, and the goal here is experimentation, because you get to understand how something works really well in a multi-week event. And even if something doesn't work out according to expectations, you get to use that knowledge and build something after this. So this is all about experimentation and helping move the space forward. So with that, I wish all of you happy hacking, and we'll see all of you on Discord. So take care, everybody, and be sure to say hi to us on Discord. And in the meantime, enjoy some lo-fi beats. See you, everybody.